Here's the ancient hack, brother, that will make you instantly more motivated, will be helping you with impulse control, and eventually will be the best and perhaps the most beneficial tool regarding to your self-discipline. And not only that, but you will be feeling way freaking much better, you'll be happier, you'll be feeling more fulfilled, and you will be feeling that you are on your damn purpose. So, if you're wondering what that thing is, I can tell you that this is not a motivational YouTube video, nor a self-help book, nor NoFap, but it is perhaps the simplest and easiest and perhaps the most ancient tool, or would say exercise, would say spiritual exercise, or just mindfulness exercise. And it is called, brothers and sisters, fasting. It is called fasting. When you're fasting, you're not only controlling your impulses of, hey man, I have to eat because I'm feeling first emotional, but what I do think, and what also data shows, is that most people are eating most of the time because they are psychologically hungry, not because they are actually physically hungry, meaning that they are emotional, or they got a habit when they, just need to eat, because, like I do not even know what the freaking hell to do at 2 o'clock every single day, so what I'm doing, I'm eating lunch. So this kind of thing that I'm talking about. And so, what is happening with us brothers is that if we are able to get control of one of our most basic urges of eating, of food consumption, then eventually we are getting a tool, we are getting closer to the actual levers that are eventually in control of our discipline and our willpower. So think about that. What was the last time when you went without eating for, let's say, not even 24 hours, but like a prolonged time, for example 16 hours, which is a proper intermediate fasting. And so most of the people, they're like, no bro, like I'm eating when I'm hungry, I'm eating about max, I'm not eating for max 8 hours, but I'm eating all the time. And so what is happening is that when you start fasting, then you're just simply pushing your body through the usual limits. You're just simply pushing your body to a place when it's like, hey man, I'm craving for fucking food, like, can't you understand that I'm fucking hungry? And so if you are able to be with that impulse, and would say to win that impulse, to conquer that impulse, then eventually you will be able to conquer so much more. And so I would like to talk about my experience throughout the last year with 1 meal a day, which means that throughout the last year I was consistent with it for 9 months. Then I had days when I broke it, but I was consistently eating 1 meal a day for 9 months, and I've been eating mostly 1 meal a day throughout the last year. I've been breaking the cycle a few times just for experimental reasons throughout the last 3 months. So what I've got to realize is that there were days when I just simply ate too much. What does that result? When I did eat too much, so basically since I was eating 1 meal a day, when I did eat too much, first, I not only got kicked out of my ketosis, which is also I'm eating a ketogenic diet, which means like I'm eating as less carbs as humanly possible, or as little carbs as humanly possible. I mean like zero pasta, zero bread, mostly veggies, mostly animal products. I mean like animal food, not products, fuck that. Animal food and veggies. So this is it, and also nuts and like all the good stuff, but not anything that has to do anything with carbs and so on and so forth. So the point over here is that when I was eating too much, I just simply first got kicked out of ketosis, and not only that, but I just simply realized that I was oversleeping. I just got this indulgence of, hey man, like I couldn't really control my impulses, my urges. So I also got into this place that, hey man, like I was oversleeping. And so when I was oversleeping and I was also overeating, I was like, I just simply got to a miserable freaking place. And so every single day when I was overeating, after that I was oversleeping, I just woke up and I was thinking about the meaning of my life. I was, kind of depressed. I just felt like a piece of horse shit. And so those were the days when I was like, man, like, I still have to grind through this shit and so on and so forth. And I had a long period, I would say like a 1 month period or so, when I was eating too much, I was sleeping too much. I mean, I was eating 1 meal a day, but when you're eating more than 3,000 calories for the night, and you're just simply killing your body. It's like it's a huge freaking pressure on your organs. It's like it's not good, it's like it's not good. And so what I've got to realize is that every single day of mine, when I woke up like that, started like a freaking misery for like 6 hours, 6, 7, 8 hours. And after that, when I started to, my body started to clean out, I just simply started to get better and better and better. And when I got back to ketosis, then I felt like freaking good, refreshed, full of energy, full of life, motivated, and so on and so forth. And so what I'm finding is that when I'm in a fasted state, and I would say when I'm in a fasted state and I'm also in ketosis, which is, I would say that many times perhaps is hand in hand, but when both are present, I'm just feeling motivated. I do not feel this rush inside of myself. I'm just feeling that, hey man, like, this is another day, we'll be having disciplined freaking work done. I don't have to think about the meaning of my life. I'm not feeling, like all these impulses, all these, black, dark thoughts. And so what this whole experiment led me to realize is that, man, we are very, 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 very much like tied to what we eat, which I was hearing from everywhere, and it was like a broken record that you are what you eat. But eventually this is true. And if you haven't been fasting, brother, then I'm highly, highly suggesting this to you, because this is an exercise not only to get in touch with yourself, but also to really elevate on the things that you have inside of yourself, because you are more grateful. You don't have these impulses so much. You are able to control yourself better, and you are able to use your creative force. And especially if you're also planning on to get into 1 meal a day, then that is also great shit, because guess what? You will not have to fuck around 2 hours with breakfast and lunch. You have 2 more hours free, brother. And yes, at the end of the night, this is at least what I've done. At the end of the day, I am eating, and I was eating. Mostly I'm eating 1 meal a day. Nowadays I'm I'm more chill with that. Like if I'm really getting hungry with that thing, it's like I'm not. When I'm hungry, like physically hungry, I'm eating because I'm working out also like a freaking horse. So it's like I have to eat. The point, when you're just simply getting into this place, then you're just getting more connected with yourself. And so if you're teaching to yourself how to, so back to the point, excuse me, you will have two more free hours. And so guess what you can do with those 2 hours? You can read, you can meditate, you can do whatever you want. And so this is perhaps one of the greatest benefits in regards to productivity. But perhaps the biggest one is this connectedness with yourself, is this this gratefulness at the end of the day, when you're just you just gone through the day, you've got all of your work done, and now you are allowing yourself to eat. This is the reward. And so this way you can eventually get to a place when you are so low on dopamine, you can just keep yourself so low on dopamines that you can do the most boring shit. And this is perhaps one of the routes for any kind of success, is to get shit done. And so how we can get shit done is to do the boring work. And the higher level dopamine impulses we are surrounding ourselves with, or putting ourselves in front of, the harder it will become to do the boring things. So for example, reading, working out, Just think about it. Go out, party, drink, like take drugs, and the next day wake up, start your day working out, read, and also work for 8 hours. Do you think that you will have the mood for that? You'll feel depressed, brother. You'll feel like a piece of horse shit. And so this is why, because you're just so your brain is just so used to the high dopamine activities, and so this is perhaps one of the best ways, but best practices, or I would say side practices, what you can also practice next to NoFap and all the spiritual exercises out there. And so yes, brother, this is something that I needed to share with you, because this shit had been changing my life for the better. My self-discipline is on its highest, on its peak. I can really do whatever I want, no matter how I feel now, because I just simply feel that I'm so much in control of my impulses, and you're just becoming a new person, You're just becoming a new person. So whatever you're seeking, fasting is the answer for that, for sure, at least partly. Fasting is partly the answer for that. So, my love.